Good morning and welcome to a lovely Tuesday morning, the 10th of August 2021. Post-National Day, we're now looking forward to the 21st where we'll have the full-on parade.
Yes.
And joining us this morning to analyze yesterday's National Day ceremony is Dr. Geraldine Khan from the Therapy Room. Good morning, Jerry!
Good morning. Happy birthday, Singapore.
So you're going to analyze National Day ceremonial parade?
We are going to analyze Glenn and how come he's synthesizing, you know?
He's delusional. He needs help.
I know.
I think he needs to get on your couch.
I think so.
He's been trying to do that for a long time.
Do not encourage him.
No, I know.
And I'm looking a little bit like, you know, all over the place because it's very hot at the center here.
Ooh, someone didn't switch on the central air conditioning.
I know. And if whoever the technician is on the way to work, please hurry up. I'm very, very hot.
You know what? And that's not possible because they're watching us now and they're too distracted. So they won't be there till 9 o'clock, at least.
I think this technician overslept. I think.
I don't know. But yes, let's continue. Very excited today.
Okay, so last week we spoke about cyberbullying. I can't believe that Tuesdays come around once again.
That's right.
Just like that. So we are going to continue with the topic of bullying today.
Bullying.
Yeah, it was such a heated topic last week with all sorts of different opinions, which is great because we're all allowed to have our own opinion about different situations. So today, what are we going to be talking about specifically? Just bullying?
Bullying in general. So I've opened it up, but you know, because of last week's topic, it was so exciting that so many people were talking about it.
And it was just based on one of your case studies, actually.
Yes.
That one particular case study.
Ooh.
Oh, so nice. Background. Okay. That means I've been talking for too long.
That means keep quiet. It's like the Oscars, you know. You've been talking too much. We need music.
Okay.
Okay, so we're talking about bullying. But this week it's not just cyberbullying, it's just bullying in general.
Yep. Bullying in general. But Glenn, do you want to pick it up? Let's go.
Let's go. She's ready. She's got her gloves on.
Okay.
Yes, let's go.
Basically, I just admitted that, you know, I can be a bully. But then again, I was also saying that I think I'm the most well-balanced bully.
How about
How
bullying
can
is
you be
well-balanced?
well-balanced?
I'm very good at bullying, but I don't bully all the time. I only bully people who bully other people or bully me.
So you bully back.
I bully back, and I think I've learned this. Okay, maybe not learned it. This is where I need your help, Jerry. Could this possibly be a trait that I have because I was bullied as a child? I was bullied for 3 years, from primary 1 to primary 3.
That's not nice.
I was punched every single day.
Were you a scrawny child?
I was.
Yeah, that's probably why.
I was, you know, so I didn't have any like muscle or whatever. So when this guy punched me, right, I felt it on the bone.
Oh dear.
I wasn't sure whether he was going to punch me on my arm or on my thigh or, you know, on my back. You know.
So every day.
Every day.
But that
every day
happens-
when I board the transport that I take to school.
Yeah.
Right. Remember those NTUC school buses?
They're like the minivans, were they? The
minivans.
Yeah.
So then this guy who was in primary 6, I was primary 1, he was in primary 6, would ask me to come to the back of the bus. And then I'll go to the back and he would just go boom.
Oh no, that's it. Just
And then,
the one.
yeah, so one punch and then... But I guess I was grateful that it was just one punch and not like, you know, multiple punches. Then I would go back to the front and sit down.
Did you cry?
No.
Okay.
And I told my parents about it, right? But my parents always said, don't retaliate. So just protect yourself, but don't retaliate. So I was a confused child at that point. I'm like, okay, so do I let him punch me or not? Right? But my mom and my dad, they were always, you know, non-violence.
Yeah.
You know, don't fight back. Although at that time I was already taking up Aikido, you know, so I could have defended myself actually. But, you know, I just let him punch me.
Was he a lot bigger? I mean, despite the age, was he like large?
He's very tall.
Very tall.
Just imagine primary 1 versus primary 6.
That's like almost puberty.
Yeah, well, it's all about dominance. It's about asserting your dominance. It happens in boys' schools.
And you don't
all
have
the time.
and girls' schools as well.
they?
Yeah, absolutely.
And the good thing is I don't bruise easily. You know, so you know some people when they get punched, right? They get blue, they get black and blue, right?
Yeah.
I never get black and blue unless it's really, you know. So Yeah.
And I wonder now when you bully, what do you do?
No, I don't
You-
actually. I mean, I think I'm quite strong.
He,
You know, in
he
terms
picks
of
the
my.
ones that don't bruise easily.
No, I seriously, if there's no reason for me to retaliate, I never do. But if someone steps on my toes or whatever for no reason, you know, like okay, I think I just want to take it out on Glenn for some reason, then I will fight back.
But is bullying, like Glenn said, he will only bully people who are bullying others, or if he gets
No.
bullied, is bullying people who bully others called a bully, or are you protecting and standing up for them?
So it sounds like what Glenn is doing, he is not bullying, he's just protecting
Yeah.
himself and standing up for himself. But there is such a thing as a bully who is an ex-victim, and later on we'll go into the types of bullies. So there are. But okay, the definition of bullying, right? It has to make someone feel, vulnerable. It has to make someone feel powerless, helpless. Less than, yes, it's intentional and it is repeated.
So if I'm in primary 1 and my brother is in primary 6 and I am a 90-pound weakling and my brother is 200 pounds and I want to borrow 20 cents from someone and they say no, I call my brother. Is that bullying?
I call my brother.
I used to do it all the time.
Oh, no.
So proud of himself, Zamo.
Why didn't you just take the 20 cents from your brother?
Because he was 200 pounds? No, my brother was this big guy, huge fella. And I used to use him as a threat when I wanted
Is
to
that
get
considered
something.
bullying?
Wow. I mean, if you stretch that and, it's intentional, it is repeated, you'd go back to the same people
Yeah.
over and over again, and you make them feel powerless and helpless, then I think it fits the
Yeah.
definition, right?
Yeah.
Plus, which means you're extorting money from them as well.
Basically, but I'll tell you what happened. I tell you what happened and why I stopped bullying, and I've never bullied people since. When my brother left primary 6 and went into secondary school, and I was still in secondary school, I'm still in primary school. A boy walked up to me and went,
Where's your brother
brother's
now?"
not here now."
Where's your brother now?
Damn! I stopped bullying straight away. That was it.
Oh dear.
Straight away.
No protection.
But I had a year of great bullying
At all of 7 years old.
at all of 7 years old.
Terrible.
It was terrible.
All
It was
right.
horrible.
So you've described what a bully is. Basically, someone who makes someone else feel less than, worthless. Repeated bullying as well as intentional bullying.
Yep. There's 3 definitions.
And
3
what are-
criteria.
What about the types of bullying that are out there?
The types of bullying. Okay, so we talked about cyberbullying the last week. And we know that there is verbal bullying. So all the language that is used and that is hurled at another person. There is physical bullying, where Glenn experienced, and you were punched. So there's physical contact. There's relational bullying, which falls, which FD's, your example falls into that, using another person.
Right.
Using, it could be exclusion, like I would not exclude you because you're different or you're weird or I just don't like your face. So that is relational. I feel powerful, I own the world sort of bullying. There's prejudiced bullying. So that's when, like your racism, or you call someone that is different from you.
Okay, Cherry, hold on. We'll go on air and we'll do this again, okay?
Yep.
And you know what? Funny enough, shy guys are the type of guys that get bullied all the time.
They do.
They do.
The introverted
so.
and the shy. Yeah, so we have Dr. Jerry with us once again for Therapy Tuesday, and we're continuing from last week's topic, which was cyberbullying. But today we're talking about bullying as a whole. And off air, you were telling us and describing to us what makes a bully. And can you just go through those 3 points once again, please?
The 3 points. So the first and foremost, you make someone feel less powerful, helpless. They feel threatened, oppressed, vulnerable. And then it has to be repeated. and the acts have to be intentional.
Okay, so that's what makes a bully. Then what about what the types of bullies that are out there?
The types of bullying, so we have cyberbullying, which we spoke about, the verbal, using words to kind of hurt someone. Physical bullying, there's physical contact. Relational, which was what FD was talking about just now, where we use other people to hurt another person. Okay, and so it's using the social aspect, trying to rally people around you. Okay, by exclusion and inclusion. And then there's prejudice bullying, where the racism, if someone is different from you, if they are in a wheelchair and you make fun of them repeatedly, that is also bullying. That comes under prejudice bullying. And then sexual bullying, so all your sexual harassments.
What about in an older age group? I only say this because I know a friend who went through this. Young lady in relationship with a boy, she feels it's time to call it off. He goes, no, if you call it off, I'll do this. If you call it off, I'll do that. If you call it
Doesn't
off,
like hurt himself, is it?
Yeah. Is that a form of bullying?
So stalking, it can be a form of bullying because you put the other person in a powerless position.
Yeah, but not so much stalking. There is a
Threatening.
relationship, and she wants to leave, and he's threatening to do things to himself to keep her in the relationship.
Like, for example, Jerry, let's say you and I are in a relationship.
Here we go.
Then, all of a sudden you go like, okay, Glenn, that's it. This is not working out. I think we should just break up. I go like, okay, if we break up, I'm jumping out of the window right now.
A lot of people do that though.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to cut myself.
Yeah.
Is that a type
that
of
bullying?
bullying?
Is emotional, emotional bullying, right? So you use emotion, you use the relationship to kind of manipulate the situation, so the other person feels very cornered, and you keep doing it until the other person says, "It's either you die or I die."
So you say emotional bullying. So does emotional blackmail equate to bullying as well?
Emotional blackmailing can fall into any of these type of bullying or under this type of bullying, right? Yeah, it's just using words, using the relationship, using the whole fear that they're gonna hurt you. Yeah.
This is like Sean's girlfriends in the past.
Yeah,
I think
everything.
every
The ones
time
that
Sean
hurt-
says, okay, that's it, the relationship is over, they go like, no, I can't live without you, Sean.
Then the next thing you know, they block you on Instagram. We all think.
Okay, we are speaking to Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room because it's Therapy Tuesday right here on The Big Show.
Okay, so we've gone through what is a bully, the types of bullying.
Yes.
What else do you have?
I think it's more fun to go to case studies.
Yeah, I think so. Because one case study unleashed the beast
Okay,
in
okay.
FD.
Okay, let's go to
The
case
beast
study.
in me.
We can always rewatch it and decide.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always that's why we do this, right? Therapy Tuesdays. We take everything in the books and something very theoretical, and then we make it very practical and very relatable. So okay, I'm gonna ask: cat whistling, is that bullying?
Absolutely.
Wait, is this considered in the same category?
Yes.
Oh, that's irritating!
Isn't
oh my
it
god!
the most annoying thing ever?
That's the
But most
Singapore
people
version
do
of
that,
catcalling,
no?
yeah.
in Singapore especially.
As opposed to
I think
Right.
the whistling is
whistle.
very Western, and I think whatever you did is very Asian.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I categorize that in the same category as cat whistling.
But you see, this
Okay.
is like I want to kiss you.
Irritating.
Yeah, that's
Which is
bullying.
catcalling as well.
Yeah, it's catcalling, yeah, for sure.
So you consider that bullying,
Bullying.
as opposed to being just annoying and rude.
It's annoying, rude, and it's bullying. Yeah, for sure.
Why?
Because you make the woman walking by feel overly
Vulnerable.
conscious, feel vulnerable. You feel a little bit worth less than what
than.
you are, not worthless.
Yeah, but
worth
worth
less.
less.
So
Okay,
yeah,
what if
I
the
would think
person?
it's-
What if a person just shouts out, "Hey, beautiful"?
if I know the person, I'll be like, "What's up?"
No,
But I
you
don't
know the person.
No, absolutely not.
But isn't
Same
it a
thing,
compliment? I mean,
it's
if I were a woman, I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh, thank you."
no, I
I mean, it stops
personally
there.
would-
It's fine.
I
It's a
personally
compliment.
wouldn't like it. I personally wouldn't like it.
Okay, that's quite
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, boy.
I mean, women don't do the same to men. Should we? Should we be whistling at you guys? And
Well, I don't think
I
we'll
wish,
mind.
yeah.
You wish.
Now we know that Glenn likes to be called hi handsome on the street.
On the
So-
street.
Who doesn't?
Randomly.
Yeah, especially when you don't get enough of it.
That's why. We're all attention
It's like,
seeking.
oh, I'll take
Yeah.
whatever I can get.
You know, because at my age, I don't get high handsome. I just get high.
Everybody gets high handsome from all the
If they
people that
even-
make coffins only.
Oh!
They're like, hi handsome.
Terrible.
So I'm practicing for my
So
comedy
as
show.
I said earlier on, there you go. So FD and myself will take whatever we get, whatever we can get. You know,
Yeah.
Kidding.
I think it's subjective.
all the rest of you beautiful people, you
We're
guys
used
get
to-
compliments
yeah,
all the
all
time.
that,
You know, it's nothing.
No, but is that bullying, Jerry? The cat calls, the hey, beautiful. Is that?
I threw it out because I realized that people are very torn with this one, and I personally think that it is very rude because, and I think it falls in the category of bullying because it is repeated. So these people that do the cat whistles do it to many people, many other people. So it's not flattering at all. They just do it to and most women that walk past them.
Okay.
Then isn't the issue then? Oh, how come they do it with me? I consider myself good looking, but he's also doing it to someone ugly.
Who says that though? Nobody does.
Is that what you're saying? Because
No.
he does it to everybody.
It makes someone feel vulnerable. I think that the key thing is that, when they do it, they make you feel like you're naked. They
Yeah.
make you feel like you're,
They undress you as well.
they
Yeah.
undress. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. With their action, even if it's a sound,
Yeah.
and it's very intentional.
Yes.
They want to make you feel uncomfortable. It's not a compliment.
And it's
A com-
unwarranted, which is annoying.
Yes.
Then would I be right to say that very much like beauty is in the eye of the beholder, bullying is in the eye of the receiver. If you consider yourself to be bullied, you're bullied. But if you're strong enough to push it aside, then you're not being bullied.
No,
So that's
I
why-
don't think so.
That's why I'm putting it out there because people have different opinions about it. The other one that is very, very grey is, where your logo is stolen or your name is stolen. So Angel was, so,
Yeah.
so, you make me think because you say, no, it's a compliment. So last week you say, oh, somebody that took, your
Image.
profile picture. Yeah. It was a compliment, but then you had to this week I realized that you were telling people, don't get scammed and don't fall for it. Yeah, and it is repeated, it is intentional, not quite helpless because you really came out and stood up for yourself.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm gonna put it out there.
I mean, I like FD was saying, oh, if you allow yourself to feel something, then you will feel vulnerable and stuff like that. I think that's true because now if I walk past someone and they whistle or they catcall or whatever it is, I don't allow myself to get affected by it. But that does not mean it makes them less of a bully.
Okay.
But
Am I right?
I needed to understand that.
Yeah.
Now, after what we just said, right, I think many men are now very conscious because I think many men pay women, these compliments once in a while.
Unwarranted
Right?
compliments.
Yeah, I know, but okay,
But
let's say.
it's meant as a
It
compliment.
depends on how it's
Let's say
said.
we go to a function, right? Or we go to a dinner,
Yeah.
and maybe the wife of a friend of ours, or an acquaintance or whatever, comes over to say hi, and
Yeah.
and if you say something, you look lovely this evening. It's like. Is that? I mean, it sounds like women can take it the wrong way as well.
No, but it's how it's said. Like you can go over to someone and say, "Oh, you look very lovely tonight," or you can go over to someone, look them up and down, and go, "Oh, you look very lovely tonight." So it's the way it's
Wow.
delivered.
Yeah, but-
you know what I mean? It's the way it's delivered. So, am I right, Dr. Jerry? But there are so many ways of saying it. The intention.
The intention is definitely different.
Yeah, I've had people like speak to my chest the whole conversation. Do you know what I mean? And that's I feel that's bullying because that's
so rude.
unwarranted. It's rude. It's annoying. It's small-minded. But then you have people who can have conversations straight in your eyes.
But was your chest also having a silent conversation with the...
Excuse me, Glenn Ong.
Just kidding.
20
Hey,
seconds.
we're on Facebook, right? We're on Facebook, right?
Going back on it.
Maybe not.
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah, that's called sexual
It's
harassment.
started.
No, I'm just saying because, I mean,
What?
she didn't
Okay,
say like they
we
were
go back,
having
we go
a
back.
conversation with...
So it's the fault of what I was wearing then.
No.
In
See?
3, 2,
You're back at it
1.
again. No, you-
Good morning and welcome to The Big Show right here on 1FM 91.3. Our special guest for this morning is Dr. Geraldine Tan from the Therapy Room. Thank you so much for joining us, Jerry. And this wonderful topic, I have to say. Cyberbullying. No, bullying and
Bullying.
cyberbullying.
Bullying,
And,
basically.
Bullying in general.
yeah.
Okay.
You guys
I
should be
must
watching
say,
us on The Big Show TV.
for whoever that was listening in just now, Glenn was not bullying Angel. It is a joke.
You know, my wife always tells me that, no. Look, my eyes are here. Because sometimes when she wears these dresses, right? I'm like, she's like, my eyes are here. For those of you who are watching us on the Big Show TV.
No, but you see, this is the thing. I totally understand now that Angel has explained it. I totally understand what you feel now.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
I
you.
do. Thank goodness.
Okay.
But men being men.
Gives them no excuse.
No, I know that, but it's almost in our DNA.
No,
I understand where Glenn is coming from.
How do you mean your DNA to have a conversation with a woman's chest?
If it's
Exactly,
showing-
FD. How dare you, FD?
If it's showing, what?
FD, this is the whole you digging
FD.
deeper and deeper now.
Yeah.
Look, you know,
What are you saying?
Unfortunately, but we are to a certain degree lecherous.
Oh, speak for yourself.
No, I think we are, and I think we need, as men, we need to admit this.
Look, I think if you're the kind of guy that can't resist, right, looking at a woman's chest, right, then for goodness sakes, wear shades all the time.
Wear shades.
Okay, let me say this. I think it's very different. So when Glenn says it, when FD says it, you're appreciating a woman's body. It's very different from bullies. Bullies, they don't care, and they don't care how you feel. They don't care how the woman feels.
Yeah.
Okay, and they purposefully make you feel uncomfortable. What Evan is describing is you don't purposefully make the person uncomfortable. You appreciate them, which the woman can feel uncomfortable because you kind of give them, a look up and down. However, they would know that you're not coming from a bad place.
Yep.
No, you're not being lectured.
Doesn't give you the excuse. Yeah. Remember, you're like you stand there and you're like, I'm appreciating you.
What if a woman at dinner is wearing this beautiful evening gown, right? And it's really, really low cut, right? To the point where
You can see her belly button.
It's obvious. It's obvious
Jennifer
what's
Lopez.
what's appealing about the dress to
Okay.
some men. And if a guy comes up, let's say, to the lady and goes like, "That's a beautiful dress."
Oh, the dress is beautiful. Okay. The dress is
Again,
beautiful.
I think it's the
You know what I mean?
delivery. I think it's the delivery and who
It's
it's
all-
coming
Or
from.
how about this like this?
You know?
That's a beautiful dress.
Yeah, it depends
Then-
on who it's coming from as
Okay.
well. Like if you know the person and you know the person is up for saying those sort of things and it's sometimes a joke and what is happening?
I think this is
The
appropriate
death of Glenn and the Flying Dutchman.
from all of us who open our mouth right now.
It's like the funeral march.
Yeah, digging our own grave, I think.
Are we digging our own graves?
So
no,
what,
again,
Angel?
I think it depends.
So it's
there are many
how-
variables.
It's how you say
It's
what
who
to
it
say
comes
and who it comes from.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
I mean, if it comes from a total stranger in the most lecherous way,
Yeah.
with the whole visual cues and all that, and obviously it's coming
Yeah.
from a bad place, like Jerry said. But if it's coming from a friend and you know this person, you'd be comfortable in a swimsuit with this person, then you know it's not coming from a malicious angle.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So
Got it.
it's very different, and it's how you say it as well.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I think that's
That's
also
a nice
the other
dress.
part. The other part where the person persists.
Yeah.
You know, you tell them to stop it, get away, and they still come up to you and they still push their agenda. That will definitely constitute as bullying.
And if you say it throughout the night, oh, did I mention how nice that dress was? And then another time, oh, that's that's a really great dress. then obviously that's bullying because Jerry says it's repeated.
Okay.
Right? And,
Well,
and yeah, it's repeated.
I think it's too dangerous to even say anything.
Yeah, guys who are listening, basically, I have 2 words for you right now.
Shut
Shut
up.
up.
Anyway, this next song says it all. Okay, so the next time I see a lady wearing a nice low-cut dress or anything like that, I'll just look away. Here's Chicago on 1FM 91.3.
So, Jerry, there's so many types of
Another
bullying, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
So-
case study.
yes. I think Adrian, would have heard about this type of bullies before at the workplace. So bosses who kind of recruit people to spy on their colleagues and then to tell on their colleagues to collect brownie points.
That's considered bullying?
Yeah, so you're building that empire, right? And you are using, different methods to you're using your power, abusing your power, making them feel vulnerable, right? Yeah, and it's very intentional and very underhanded.
So abuse of power.
Yeah. So that's one type of bullying. So again, many people would. I'm bringing out things that people can argue. So don't worry about it. Okay? So people can have different perceptions or perspective of it. Loan sharks.
Okay, that's just straight out
Sharks.
bullying.
Do you think so?
But you've agreed to the
That is
interest
true.
rate, what? Right? Most people have agreed to the
20%.
terms. What?
Oh, granted, but you don't throw paint and all kinds of
Not
nonsense
paint,
on the door,
chicken's blood.
and all this.
Yeah, it's written in the fine print
That they
on the
throw
contract. It's like
chicken's blood?
if you don't
And
They
you
have to
pay
chase
by
this-
a
You've
certain
seen this contract. That's why you know it. You haven't, right?
They have to harass you somehow.
So harassment is bullying, what?
Harassment is
Yeah. No
bullying.
matter how.
But then, Dr. Jerry, you've got yourself into that situation. You've signed a contract that says you've borrowed money. Does it give the loan shark the right to do what they do? Is that considered bullying?
Well, we don't give permission for anyone to bully us, right? That's why I put it into this category
Yeah.
of like, I don't know, whether loan sharks should bully or should carry out such a behavior or not.
But then other people will say, then how are they going to get their money?
Go through become legal and use legal
become
ways.
legal.
No, so which is why, I guess what Jerry is saying is if you are going to a loan shark, then
Go
you
to a
deserve
legal
whatever you
loan
get.
shark.
No.
That's not what she
No,
said.
I just no. Okay, but I would say that no, anyone who goes to a loan shark, right? Okay, and in the event you can't repay them, then you deserve whatever is coming.
Some
to you.
people get into such a bad situation where they can't get money from a bank for whatever the reason may be, then they've
True.
got no choice.
So why would people go to an illegal loan shark versus a legal loan shark?
Because they got
Faster.
it's faster. They may not have collateral. There may be all
right.
So
kinds
many
of
barriers
things.
to
Right.
entry.
But I agree, it doesn't give the loan
No.
shark any reason to bully another person using all the most disgusting methods and to threaten the entire family.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes you get beaten up as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
So no, that's definite bullying. I would say that's definite bullying.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's bullying. That was a very short subject. And what's next?
I think all of us will like this one. Remember when the COVID first started, and we had one of our young boys, our Singaporean boy, in the University College London,
Yeah.
and he was beaten up because he was
Yes.
called.
Yeah,
Because he was
Yeah.
Chinese, right?
Yes, because yeah. So one of my clients was also in UCL at that time, and I was very worried for her. We used to do the Zoom sessions or do our sessions online. So she said she was called coronavirus on the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah, in UK. So we were like, oh no, please come back.
But she wasn't beaten up like that guy, right?
No,
but I think still
But you know,
calling out coronavirus is already bullying.
when I saw, the photo of that Singaporean guy in the papers, all black and blue, and one of his eyes were
Swollen.
were like almost like popping out
Yeah.
and bruised. I thought he was a one championship fighter,
But he wasn't.
and then I read the headlines. I'm like, oh dear.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's discrimination
yes, that's
Right.
discrimination.
and pure ignorance.
Yeah, but it is also a form of bullying.
It is bullying, yeah.
It is bullying.
So that one is born out of fear, right?
Yes.
Because they are fearing their life. They are unsure what this whole virus is about, and we can fall into that. That's why I brought it up. When we see someone that is deaf and they are signing on the train, and we stare at them, that can constitute as bullying.
Really?
I mean, if you're staring at them so intently, you're not giving them some privacy. It's like somebody eavesdropping into your conversation, right?
And then
No,
repeatedly
but
staring.
You're eavesdropping if you understand what they're doing. Like, I've got to admit, I have stared at people who sign language because it absolutely amazes me
But people don't
how
see
they
it as that.
communicate with their hands.
But people don't see it as that.
Yeah, but yes, you can appreciate it. So it's appreciating is one, but if you just keep your eyes on them and keep staring at them, they're not, on display or on exhibition,
That's true.
I think I know the problem. See, some people have what we call a kiampak face. You see.
Oh, dear.
You know what I mean? I really think so. Many people will
what is it?
disagree
What
with
is
me.
this face?
So people with the kiampak face, right?
asking
Yeah.
to be beaten up.
Yes. So it's like that because one look at the person and you feel like either slapping the person or beating the
It's that,
person
it's
up.
that annoying face.
It's the
That
annoying face. Correct,
Okay, I
correct.
understand
Some
what you
people
mean.
are born like that, you see. You know what I mean? You think who?
No, I say everybody is born the way they are born. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but some people, it's like, before, you look at the person and, the person's got a nice face. But some people, you look at them, right, and you go like, oh, man, I want to beat this person up, Right? Am I on my own? or what?
You're on your own.
I don't get the kiampak
Yeah,
face.
you're on your own, Glenn.
I don't get that one.
Yeah.
once again,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Digging his grave.
I think I'm gonna go with what we can do.
Okay. Forget what I said and
Okay,
forget what I said.
because with all this bullying comes some incredible repercussions.
Yep.
Right? I mean, and most of us think, bullying leads to anxiety. But there's more than just anxiety.
No, there's long-term trauma. I mean, okay, so what Glenn was talking about, right? Because he was bullied, he would want to stand up for himself. And I see such strength in Angel where she was bullied and she stands up for herself. And I think more people should, follow the example of not Glenn bullying, but, Angel standing up for herself.
Yeah.
I think more people should bully less. Like let's teach the bullies how to be nice people. How about that?
You see, I look at it like, a bully can go to a psychologist. A bully can use that app you talk to us about. But is a bully going to do that? A
No.
bully ain't going to use that app. A bully isn't going to go to a psychologist.
Okay,
But there are a lot of bullies that can be helped because all bullies are there's so many varying levels of bullying, right? They're the ones that have been abused as children and probably would never stop bullying. Then they're the ones that are very mild bullies, who can be helped, right?
Well, I agree with FD whether, they are aware or not. So there are actually 5 categories. So victims, which Glenn spoke about, is only one. The charmers, where they want to build their exclusive club, they are motivational speakers. They are very motivating and they can do a lot of destruction if they are left to their devices because they are very charming. The king that I was telling you about, using their power, they are already in positions of power and authority, and that's how they instill fear into people. So these people would not be, except for the victims, maybe they have a bit more awareness. The charmers, the kings, may not have awareness. The scared may come to a psychologist. The scared hide behind the group, hide behind the herd mentality. And then the Icemen who will not come because they love torture. They love the reaction. You know? Yeah.
How, Julian? Have you been bullied before, like me?
You can ask him that on air.
All the time, man.
Even till now.
Okay, you ask him
No,
on
I mean,
air.
I think it's not so bad.
Okay,
now.
wait, hold on. We have our special guest for today, or guests right now. If you're watching us on the Big Show TV, our second guest has checked in already. He is Julian Koh, editor of SG Karmat. But we've been talking to Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room for the past half an hour or so about bullying today.
Yeah, and Dr. Jerry, you were telling us what a bully is, the different types of bullying as well, what the repercussions are, and you were just giving us the different descriptions of the types of people who bully. Can you just go through that list once again, please?
Okay. The ex-victims, which Glenn put himself into, the charmers who creates the exclusive club because they are very inspiring and very motivating. The king who has the power already and misuse the power, the scared that hides behind the group, the herd, and the Iceman that loves the torture and doesn't feel pain. Loves the reaction.
Yeah.
Wow, I feel like I'm all of those. Rolled into one. Because I'm like, yeah, you punch me some more. I keep on thinking like, that's great that I was punched every day for 3 years when I was in primary school, right? Because, it's very important to know what it feels like to get punched. The only thing is, don't punch my nose and that's all, right?
Not the moneymaker.
But how many of you have ever been punched before? Or in the face or on the body
true,
or whatever?
yeah.
So when you've never been punched before, there is fear. You see?
So
but
you're
once you've been punched, it's like, come on, Angel, give me a punch.
You're encouraging people to get punched?
No, I'm just saying, if you've been punched before, look on the bright side. Other people have not been punched before. They don't know what it feels like.
I've never been punched. I don't hope to be punched. And for all the women out there, it is not right.
No, it's not. Yeah.
Just in case you didn't get what Glenn was saying. For the boys, then go ahead and get punched.
What do you think, Julian?
Oh no.
I got punched before several times. Yes.
Yeah.
In school. I think you get numb over a while.
Yeah.
After a couple of times, you just feel like, it's just another day. Then you grow up, you grow older, and you realize that was just wrong, how I was being treated. Because I've always been small, right? I'm a pint-sized guy. And can you imagine when I was in primary school, even up till secondary school, I was just one of the smallest guys in town, man. So for people to pick on me is actually really easy.
But did it turn you into a bully later on?
Nah.
No, okay.
They turned me into a gym freak. Probably.
There you go.
Okay. So you used it for
See?
good then.
Yeah.
Once you're a bit stronger, you can defend yourself, and maybe you can punch back. If the need arises, huh? I'm sure Jerry will approve of that.
No.
So-
100%.
I still get bullied. I still get bullied by my kids.
That's not the same
Don't
thing.
worry, Julian. That never stops.
That's you and every other parent in the world.
And don't forget, most of us even get bullied by our wives as well.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
they
So fast to say yes.
they can punch us, but we can't punch them back.
Yeah. The only
But they
reason
always
I didn't
punch.
say that because she's
Glenn,
just
when you're
right
not
in front of
talking
me.
into her eyes and you're fucking everywhere
Yeah,
else.
there you go. She's
You're
allowed
not
to punch
being
you.
punched.
Right? Okay, yes. I second
Okay, all right. Like, ooh, ouch, that hurt.
that. Wow.
Okay. Let Jerry wrap up. Let Jerry wrap up.
Any
Okay.
last words?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna conclude. Everybody can Google what to do. Let me do a conclusion because
Jerry,
sometimes-
next week, cyberbullying and bullying part 3 next week.
No. We're done with bullying. We'll move on to something else.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Because we always say that being bullied is bad. Being bullied is bad. So yesterday I was watching Godzilla with the family. Right? Oh, I don't like this show just for the record.
Godzilla King of Monsters on Channel 5, right?
It's on Netflix also.
That's an old movie. I was thinking like Channel 5 should be showing newer things, man.
I don't know why we are watching Godzilla, but anyways, but one statement stood out for me, and I thought I wanted to share this today, and I was like, oh, very good, it's just so timely. Okay, so the statement goes is by Dr. Zawa, and he said, sometimes the only way to heal our wounds is to make peace with the demons who created them. And sometimes in bullying, there is a little bit of truth in what they say. Therefore, we permit ourselves to be bullied, right? So when we make peace with our own demons, not the bullies who are the demons here, our own demons, then we are able to grow and we are able to strengthen ourselves.
Oh,
Nicely
okay.
put.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
All right. How would I get in touch with that guy?
Yeah, you can look him up. I'm sure he's still around. He's probably tuning in right now. Say hello.
I don't think that's a hello anyway.
I'll never forget his name, Bala.
Oh, there you go. Hi, good morning, Bala.
Morning, Bala.
Don't know his surname though.
No, kill him with
Anyway.
kindness. There you go.
Okay, I will rip you apart. Okay, no, sorry. No. Okay,
Thanks, Dr.
Jerry doesn't
Jerry.
approve. All right, bye, Jerry. See you
you,
next
ciao.
week. Okay.